Hello Internet, welcome back to the Blade Showcase for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Guys, we got a very special blade to show off today. This is going to be Poppi Alpha. Actually, the best tank in the entire game. She excels in ways that no other tank can. This is mainly due to her versatility and just the fact that all of her abilities work so well together to make her absolutely unkillable. There is no way to kill her except for pushing her off of a cliff, and even then, that probably won't even happen. So she is just an amazing tank overall. As you can see, based on her stats, 1202 auto attack as the result of being S plus trust. There's also a good 93% block rate, probably the best in the game over Electra. And there will be the high physical defense and ether defenses. She's just a very potent unit overall, and she is a mandatory unit, so you will be using her, or you will be having her on your teams, and honestly, she is probably the best option for tanking. If you were to compare her to any of the face tanks, or compare her to any of the dodge tanks, she outshines them because she can essentially mitigate any and all damage through blocking, and anything that does get past her blocking can be dodged. So there's just no real reason to think that she can die, because she can't. She can't die. It's just amazing. Poppi is amazing. I'm over the moon for this. So speaking of being over the moon, currently we are running the satellite shield. This can be taken from the dilation chips, which is your reward for killing Artifice Ophion. Once you have this, you're pretty much good to go, but of course, since Artifice Ophion can be quite challenging, and you want to use Poppi Alpha to tank during that fight, feel free to try using the Prion chips, which is a bit of a downgrade, but it still gives you the best block rate until then, so keep that in mind. Now, before we actually get into the Poppi swap build, let's just have a quick look at the Affinity Chart. Noponic Iron and Guard Shift. These are pretty much the most basic bread and butter passives that you can get, but honestly don't fix what isn't broken. These work exceedingly well. This is the exact same as Electra's passive. This gives her the additional 20% block rate, but what gives her a sizable advantage over Electra is the fact that she potentially has more aux cores. Electra is only able to have one, and you would fit the ultimate shield onto her, but then with Poppi, she has that, as well as the 2 upgrade skill slots in Poppi Swap. Of course, being Poppi, it is a bit of a grind to do Tiger, but honestly though, potentially the best, and it's completely worth it in my mind. As well, Noponic Iron, very useful, boost physical and ether defense by an additional 10%, and there is Emergency Mode. During the main story, you will be making use of this, just because when you have lower HP from the very difficult bosses, you want to have a higher block rate as much as you can, but once you get to the post-game and you have your post-game builds ready, you will never use this. You will never reach a point where you're even below 90% of your HP. She will stay alive and completely healthy every single time. It's just that useful. So, let's have a quick look at the Poppi Swap build, the moment you've all been waiting for. As you can see over here, I've only used 1,000 units. 1,000 units is all you really need, but the maximum is 1150. Once you get past that point, you just have some more things to work with, so feel free to just make use of this build and then make the necessary adjustments. Currently, for the roll CPU, I am using the Master Tank mod. This gives me an additional 30% HP. This gives Tora the ability to reach the max amount of HP for his HP pool. Extremely useful, and honestly, I would recommend this. But if you feel that it's not worth trying to get some RNG to get this during Tiger, I personally got this from level 5, feel free to not use this and just use the highest expensive one that you can afford. Now, for the elemental cores, this is pretty interesting. There is no mandatory element to have on Poppi. Just use whatever fits well for your team. The problem is, though, I originally wanted to use the water element for Poppi, because the water element is the most versatile out of all of them. There aren't very many good water tanks out there that I can recall right off the top of my head, except for maybe a Geon, but that's the thing though, you're not allowed to use that one, you're not allowed to use light or darkness on Poppi Alpha, which is quite unfortunate, but just use whatever works for your purposes. Currently, I will be using ice for today's video. Now, the arts cards. Poppi Alpha is unkillable. So if you give her AC system reset, even the thing that's supposed to kill her, the Doom status debuff, it will not work on her. It's just really good. You guarantee survival at all times against Tyrannotite and Kuradel, so all you have to do is just kind of turtle for a bit, build your party gauge, revive everyone else, and then just business as usual. The aggro draw is pretty obvious as well. This is your quality of life upgrade. If you want to keep the aggro on yourself and away from your teammates, then that's what you want. Skill RAM and the 2 skill upgrades, fairly obvious stuff, not hard to see why. Ultimate Shield, block rate up to bring you higher than Electra, and damage heal. So this gives you the 25% chance to absorb the damage that you have as 10% of your HP. Very, very solid stuff, no reason to not have this, and works very well in tandem with the specials enhancing RAM. Now, just like with the elemental cores, you're actually very restricted to what specials enhancers that you have. I wanted to have team heal because I maxed it out and I figured, yeah, we can have at least one team heal for at least a level 2 special, but unfortunately you can't have that. You can only have that for Poppi QT Pi and Poppi QT. So I'm currently using the absorb arts. More than anything, it's just if I find myself switching forms and then I take a lot of damage in those Poppi forms, so then I switch back into the tank, do a special, and then I block everything, then that would just be the thing to keep me alive. Otherwise though, there aren't very many options. Maybe there are plenty of options out there that I have yet to explore, but this is what has been working out for me. Feel free to screen grab this entire thing and then make the necessary adjustments as you guys see fit. And I think that basically about does it. Before we move on, though, I want to quickly look at the accessory build that we're running with. We're going to be using the Sigma Drive just because we will be using arts periodically over time. We might as well also get some bonus party gauge while we're at it. As well, there will be the overclocking bangle because switching between Poppi forms as quickly as you can is always very, very welcome, especially if you're trying to build up orbs. And finally, there is the pouches. Pretty obvious stuff. Hardy Court of Puran and Astrology made simple for fairly obvious reasons. More special damage, more arts recharges, less physical damage, all very, very good stuff. So that basically about does it. Guys, Poppi Alpha is indestructible. You cannot kill her under any circumstances during the super bosses. She does exceedingly well, and I will show you why she is the unkillable tank. Alrighty, so here we are, once again, the Profane's place. It seems that the fates of Tyranitar, Kuradil, and Poppi are meant to be intertwined with each other forever. I know, I'm sick of seeing this guy as much as you guys are, but this is the best way to show it, though. The whole thing that, about using Poppi against this particular boss is the twin-barrel autocannons can also be taken advantage of by using the rigid shields, as you can see over here. Like, as that attack goes off, you'll be periodically filling up your party gauge as much as possible, lets you be very proactive when you're playing, and honestly, it's just very, very useful stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and let Rex do the second stage, as long as he lets me. He's gonna go ahead and hide behind the tail where it's dangerous, because that's how the AI likes to work, and we're gonna go ahead and work towards making that Frost Typhoon. So here we go, wait for the Ice Wind, and time to cancel out into the Frost Typhoon. I actually really enjoy the setup that we're using right now. I have Dromark and, let's see, Dromark, Ursula, and one more blade. Oh yeah, and Pyra Mithra on Rex, whereas there is Boreas, Vess, and Nim on the other team. So what's going to happen here is that we already have the perfect setup for building up a cold snap, which is ice, water, and then wind. So before we actually do anything further, it's going to quickly cancel out. And we don't even have to really worry about doing a level 2 combo because I'm not really in any hurry to be healing right now. This is very, very simple. As you can see, like, my HP has not dropped at all during this entire fight. Like, yeah, sure, there were the occasional hits here and there, but I was able to heal it back within the same second, so it didn't even really register on the health bar. Very, very useful stuff. Okay, so basically the whole name of the game is that we're going to be tanking the entire time while building up the orbs. I promise we won't do too many instant kill Poppi QT Pi shenanigans. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is I will go ahead and build one combo, then Rex should follow it up with Ursula. I see that Rex is hiding behind for some reason, that's great. And yeah, so good. Nia's gonna switch into Nim, which means that once Rex gets that level 2 combo in, then we should get the Permafrost Crash. Very, very good stuff. I like it when the party is very cooperative. Sometimes, actually, even before we did this recording, I did one where I had a Lance user. I believe I had Rex with Praxis, and he stayed as Praxis the entire time, which is very upsetting. Also, hello, back knee. Good to see behind the knees. Get a little fan service, you guys. I'm nothing if not a little bit fan servicey. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing right now, since we already do have the overclocking bangle, I'm just going to go ahead and let all my arts recharge from all these hits. And we're going to switch into the next Poppi. Switch into Poppi QT. I will not be able... Well, I don't need to build any wind orbs right now, so I'm okay with that. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, building up aggro with Poppi is relatively simple stuff. It also helps that most of my team is healers. So, what we're going to do now, we're actually going to switch, just burn through all my arts as quickly as I can. And then by the time this is ready, I should be able to finish off the splash hazard myself. And off we go. So that's going to be our water orb, wind orb, earth orb. We've built 4 orbs in the span of like 3 minutes, which is quite nice. Although I missed that one while I was checking the timer, sorry guys. Pro gameplay, we got it. Alright, next on our list will be the Photon. I can evade this right now. Even if I was in Poppi Alpha's form, I just want to let you guys know, that would have been instant. Very instant stuff. It would have been just instant survival. No difficulties whatsoever. And you know what? For whatever reason, the aggro left me, so we're gonna be okay. Thing is, though, because we already have the, what's it called? This, was it the Sigma Cube? Or Sigma Drive? That, well, whatever attack that was, I think it was the Omega Drive. Whichever one it is that gives you the additional party gauge for every art that you do. The thing is, even if I lose the aggro and someone dies, as soon as they die, the aggro goes straight next to the whoever has the most aggro, which would usually be me, so I could just fill it all right back up. Again, the thing about Poppi Alpha is that it's so safe. Even if there was a lot of aggro, like too much aggro, it wouldn't matter because I can just survive it all. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead, switch to Poppi Alpha, and we're going to start building some light orbs right now. I don't know if Rex will be able to survive this twin barrel. It should be okay. Honestly, it's when it reaches the second form is when we have to get a little bit stressed out. A little bit stressed out over the stuff that happens, but we should be alright. Okay, and not enough to get the level 2 combo. Should be able to get it next though. Oh, before I do anything else, I should probably just let this happen. Okay, so Rex got dooms, that could be bad. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? I don't want to stay in Poppi Alpha, Poppi QT too much because this is Poppi Alpha's video. What we're going to do is we're going to switch them, and I'm going to go ahead and just stay as the tank. Again, purely invincible, this is more than enough to just get ourselves all the way up. Not to mention that I have a crit Mithra build on my team, so as long as he's able to hit things, which you saw he did not do, he should be able to reach it as quickly as possible. Or, you know, he can just switch the last second, that works too. I guess I'm doing it. Okay, wow, a lot of mashing just to get that supernova off. I don't know why, but he switched to Dromark at the last second. I think it's because the health got too low for the other characters. Okay, so how many more orbs do we have? I cannot build a... I do not think I can build a electric type orb as easily. Like, if I had like a dark type on my team, I can't build electric or dark. So actually, I think we're pretty much capped on orbs right now. No, do you know what? No. I know how to build a dark orb. We're going to do 2 levels of ice, and I'm going to let Rex kind of sit on that level 3 combo of his, and I'm going to try to build myself a second combo with this. It shouldn't be that bad, but we'll see how it goes. It's not like I'm trying to build a level 3 combo from scratch, like from 0 to 3. Okay, so Rex decided that it would be fun to do that. That's great. Thanks, Rex. Goodness. I think it's because Ursula actually has a passive... Ursula has a passive ability. Oh man, that kind of threw a hole in my plans, but that's okay. Yeah, Ursula has a passive ability that lets him do more damage from attacking from behind, but this is not the kind of fight where you want that to happen. Okay, so just kind of moving myself along. And... oh, that's... he loves that. You know, we have fun. But we're gonna be okay though. Again, he's gonna switch over to a healer, so we don't have to worry about him trying to sneak behind. And what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna build the 2 levels of ice, and then have Mithra, in the Ascended form, build dark. Okay, so here's the damage. I hope I... yeah, okay. If I can unfreeze... nope. Ah, too late. Okay, we'll do it again. We'll let all the arts recharge. Yeah, let all the arts recharge. And then we'll try it again. Wow, that was 2 unlucky breaks at the same time. two consecutive unlucky breaks. And then we just have to cancel all of these arts, and that should be enough to build ourselves a level 2 combo. Not quite. We're just shy of it. So that's okay to start auto-attacking. So it's a lot easier than last time, so here we go, level 2 combo. And I like this one the most out of Poppi's combos, mainly due to the fact that like Poppi has yeah, how do I get him to switch? Switch, please. I guess I can't get Rex to switch. That's convenient. Okay, that was originally my plan. So okay, what we're gonna do now then, since we can't, we'll just make do with all the orbs that we have right now. Just do the chain attack. The thing is, the level 2 combo of Poppi's I like the most because it has the most lines, therefore it can create the most meter for me. It also, it just feels like a lot more fun to do the quick time event for that one. And we're just gonna go ahead and pop this off. I don't know if this will be enough to kill. Even if it isn't, I'm quite okay with that, mainly just due to the fact that we can survive the entire time. Also, I don't want this battle to stretch on for too long, so we might have to resort to using some Poppi QT Pie shenanigans. That's kind of the advantage of Poppi Alpha as well, is that not only does she function as an amazing tank, she also comes along with one of the strongest, if not the strongest, attackers in the entire game, and that's Poppi Alpha. Not Poppi Alpha, Poppi QT Pie. Goodness, I'm bad at keeping track of these. And here we go. This should be more than enough. We should be able to get the break. No, we will be able to get the break because we have a Mithra on our team. And here we go. Okay, so I think this next one, since it breaks, let's have Boreas do the honors for us. And I think that should basically be about it, though. I know this fight stretched on for a little bit longer than it absolutely had to, but that's kind of the way that I would show off just how unkillable Poppi is. We were never in any danger, despite the fact that we were taking all the aggro. Of course, it did help that we had the healers on our team, but mainly that was just for my own. That was mainly for my own orb building purposes, to just have a lot of healers so that the AI wouldn't feel so inclined to stay as the attackers the entire time. But that's basically it, though. Like, with, or even without any healers, you're so self-sufficient. You can have a bunch of attackers on your team, and you can do well. You will be able to sit in front of Artifice Ophion and take all the damage, and he wouldn't be able to do anything to you. She's just a very, very powerful unit, and she is a mandatory unit. So, there's really, really no reason why you wouldn't want to build her, aside from just you don't feel like building a tank, really. But if ever you were in the market for a tank, though, Poppi Alpha should be one of your first considerations. She's just that good. So guys, thanks very, very much for joining me for today's showcase, and as usual, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.